Hello, people. Thank you for tuning in again to Heavenly Sent People. And as you guys know, I have an organization called Heavenly Sent Youth, to whereas we provide any type of adventure for kids free of charge. Anything they think they want to learn how to do, from trades, from swimming, from golf, from just about anything you think your kid want to be involved in. We are providing services for free, mentorship, things of that sort. Also, as you guys know, I have people I believe that are sent for me from above to come and render the type of services that they're offering for the community. So, without ado, I have my good friend Larry Daniels. And I met Larry a couple months ago, and I was looking on Facebook, and I seen that he was doing a lot of stuff with youth in the community. And for me, for the most part, the people that I encounter, I pretty much took the time and studied them because I understand now that everybody not on the same path. I mean, you got a lot of people out there that says that they're for the youth, so on and so forth. But however, actions speak louder than words. And so, I met Larry. I think he was doing a basketball tournament that I was checking out. And of course, with my athletic background, I decided to reach out to Larry, and I think I did. And I came out of retirement. Larry allowed me to play in this tournament, and it was pretty cool. And and from there, I just see all the good things that Larry's been doing with the community, as far as kids and bridging the gap with just the community in itself. And as you guys know, with all the stuff that's happening out there in the world now, that's so needed. We typical parent can't afford to send the kids to daycare and to the park district, to the YMCA. So, I seek people that are doing things free of charge, to whereas we can, gather these kids and give them an outlet. So, with that being said, I want to let Larry introduce himself, and he'll tell you guys what he's got going, what he's doing in the upcoming events, and how to find him.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Larry Daniels. The upcoming events that I will be hosting, the first one will be August the 7th. Will be myself, Cynthia, Officer King, Officer Jodeci. Will be putting together a softball event called Bridging the Gap between CPD, our youth in the city, and the adults. So it's going to be a fun-filled day. We have vendors coming out. We have a DJ, videologist, photo lady be there. So if you play softball, you're more than welcome to come out and play softball or even watch. Then we have a nice event coming up the following day, which is called Breaking the Boundaries in Chicago, where we have 4 teams from east side of the town, from the low end, Pocket Town, Inglewood. We'll be having a basketball game with some of the top name DJs that'll be there that day. We have a performance from the Jesse White Tumblers.
Jesse White.
We also have a performance from Deep City Dance Group. We have plenty vendors there. We have the 3rd District CAPS, DCO officers there be there. Sergeant Janice will be in attendance. And it's just something to keep the kids out of trouble and keep them doing something positive during the time where they get ready to go back to school. Then we'll be kicking off midnight basketball in the 2nd District, 3rd District, 6th District, and the 7th District from Wednesday through Saturday from 7 p.m. to 1 in the morning, where the kids will be playing basketball from all in them 4 districts. Kids will be from all over the city, suburbs, be playing basketball. Get to know police officers in every district, as well as the officers will get to know the kids. So
Wow. So Larry, let me ask you this. So with all that being said, with all those great things that you got coming up, and tell us a little bit about you. Who are you, and how'd you get started, and what prompted you, or what gave you the desire to want to reach out to the youth? I mean, where did it start?
well, it started me and my brother Chop, cause he got an organization called Starting With Me. He called me one day. He said, "Hey Larry, come check out. If you ain't busy, I want you to come down on Aberdeen. I want to talk to you about doing basketball with the kids, giving back." So I went down and met him down there. He talked. This specific day, he had Derrick Rose
Oh
and
wow.
Mark McGuire there. We all were just talking about what we can do for the youth in the Inglewood area. And from there, that's what gave me the passion to keep the kids out of trouble, get back to them, and let them play basketball because a lot of, like you said, YMCA, you got to pay. Half of the parks weren't open to play ball in, so we just came up with the idea of doing tournaments on the weekends, letting the kids play ball.
So, Larry, a lot of times when people are doing a specific sport like basketball, if I could say, typically, you know, like myself, I play basketball. I have athletic background. So, did you play basketball? Are you any good, or you just out there coaching? What you got?
I play basketball. You gonna find out we gonna play 1-on-1. I already told you.
Y'all hear that? And when we do, we gonna go live because I
gonna
don't think
live.
he got it. I've seen him at all these basketball tournaments, and he got the Jordans on, and he got the Jordan gear. But that don't mean nothing because y'all know. Just because you dressed the part don't mean you can play the game. So I'm looking forward to that.
We play.
So you know what, Larry? What you said. So are these events? Is there a stipend or do you have to pay? Do the kids have to pay?
Well, the kids, it's free.
It's free
for the kids. Yeah, it's free because, like I say, it's not about the money. It's about keeping the kids safe off the streets. And a lot of parents don't have the money for them to
Bless
play
your heart.
when they go. They try to play basketball, AAU teams, you know that, and I know you have to have money to play.
Exactly.
So it's a free event, and that's what it's all about.
So me personally, I mean, I've been around quite some time, and I don't know. I commend you because I don't know many men that are giving back as far as youth are concerned, and not just talking about it. That's actually doing. You guys can look him up. And he's been doing this for quite some time. This isn't something he just started yesterday or last week. He's really been pushing these kids and giving these kids an outlet. And like he said, you know, with what's going on now, you know, you have to. It's imperative that we keep these kids preoccupied and busy because the streets are so readily available to them. And without the resources, what do you? I mean, it's sad to say, but what do you expect the kid to do when there's nothing for them to do? You know, your typical parent, like myself, is at home at work, and so. You know, I'm trying to make the ends meet, and I don't have, like you mentioned, an AAU team. I don't have $400, $500, or even $700 to put my child in an AAU basketball team. I mean, kudos to those that do, but as for me in my house, I can't afford to pay that much money. And so, and even with that being said, I see a lot of organizations and programs that's charging $250, $300, $500 just to put your team in their program. And again, if that's what you do, that's what you do. So, I commend you, Larry, for doing that.
Thank you.
So, next thing, are these programs specifically targeted towards the Inglewood or certain communities, or are you expanding to any and everybody?
It's not just for the Inglewood kids, for the kids in the city of Chicago, because with myself, I see all the kids need these outlets. And when people just segregate it, then you segregating the kids.
That's true.
If you're going to say this one city, then you can invite kids from not just the city, but the suburbs, Indiana, kids from wherever. So when I do basketball events, I invite kids from all over because it's just not about Inglewood. It's about all the kids. My motto is no kid left behind because I'm from Inglewood, but you have to reach out. Besides Inglewood, you got to reach out to the Wild Hundreds, the West Side, East Side, the Low End, so the suburbs. So it's just not about Inglewood; it's about all the kids.
So with the kids that are playing, are the parents or are the family members coming to the games, or is it just the kid trying to find their way?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The most support come from the parents. It's from the kids that's playing grammar school.
Okay.
And from the young ladies who play basketball that never got a chance to get that exposure like they getting now. So that's who parents support them fully. I don't knock the young guys that's in high school. They come really by themselves, but the support come from all the kids that you see through the grammar school playing or the females high school or the female grammar school. That's where the support come from.
And could that be because these parents have to bring the kids to the game? You think that play a part in it?
No, I don't think that plays a part in it. I think the parents that support their kids want to see their kids do better. And one thing parents need to know, if you support your kid, that gives them the confidence to want to push harder to play the game of basketball. They want to, it make them like, okay, I'm being loved because my parents is here when I'm playing ball all day long, and that's why I try to make it more convenient and easy for them because I had the vendors there. So if you're gonna come watch your kid play ball, you ain't got to go nowhere. We got the vendors, we had the bathrooms there for them. So you just come out and support your kid and make the kid feel loved. At the end of the day, that's what's gonna keep a kid mind right and keep them off the streets because they getting the love that they looking for from home. Then you got other people loving on them and showing them nothing but respect.
And I'm glad you made that point because as parents, I don't think parents understand the importance of supporting your kid. Yeah, we can pay for our kid to go to whatever program that we decide to put them in, but for your kid to be able to look in the stands and see their parent cheering them on, it means the world to them. And that's why with any activity that my son is involved in, I'm right there cheering him on. Whether it be basket weaving to football, whatever it is, his little heart desire, I'm going to be right there supporting him. I don't know if y'all caught what Larry said. He also said he got girls. So you're doing girls basketball too?
We do girls. We
Wow.
have some of the top girls. If they want to look at it, it's on YouTube. That we did a lot of. I did a lot of basketball events for the girls, and you'll see some of the top girls that's got great college offers that's
Wow.
and played in my tournaments, and that's a good thing. So that should motivate the other girls from grammar school, girls who get discouraged, say I can't do it. If you can do it, you put your mind to it, you can be whatever you want to be. And the young ladies that have been playing with me have got college offers from top colleges. So
Wow.
it's a good thing.
Well, that's impressive because now I'm sitting here thinking the only female basketball leagues that I know of, are adults, women. And so the fact that you are providing a free program for girls and boys. Now, do you do co-ed or is it just boys and girls?
It's co-ed. I didn't had you witness it. I had when I had at the Salvation Army. I did the All-Star game. It was the girls versus the boys, and the girls beat the boys.
Wow.
So I do co-ed. That only thing it do, like I tell everybody, it can only make the girls better as well as make the boys better. Cause you got some girls out here that play better than boys, and the only can do is help them. So. Yeah, okay.
Well, I will say that I've been to Larry's event, the one he's mentioning at Salvation Army, and for me, I'm real cautious of places that I go to, and I can honestly say that I felt safe. We have a caller. Okay, caller.
Good evening. How you guys doing? I have to ask this question. When you look at other neighborhoods around Chicago, maybe particularly the North Side, and maybe even Chinatown, for their use, they have fundraising. They even have business that donate money for the children that have fun. You know, that have something to do. Do you think because we don't have certain things in our neighborhood because it's tolerated?
I think the caller, we just had a caller. I think he made mention of fundraisers, the different fundraisers that they have abroad. We're always open to that. I think trying to establish or set that up can be kind of difficult, if I should say. But if you can take our number down and we can elaborate on that at a later time, we would definitely appreciate that information. The number is 773-441-0516. Again, that's 773-0516. My name is Cynthia. Thank you, caller. So, as Mr. Daniels just mentioned, he has a free basketball program. I think he said he have a midnight tournament as well. So of course your midnight tournament, you got CPD in full effect, correct?
Yeah, CPD the games will be at 4 locations in the city of Chicago. In the 2nd district, the game will be played on Friday nights at 55th and LaSalle. CPD will be, like I say, fully staffed at every game in every district. This is something I sat down with CPD about, and they was on board to have a midnight tournament to keep the kids safe, keep them off the streets.
That's important. That's dope.
Girls will be playing it as well as boys, so it's gonna be a fun basketball league for a lot of reasons because it haven't been done in the city for a
That's
while.
true.
And to get the kids something to look at and say, man, I'm playing in basketball at midnight, and especially to be going on YouTube so they can look back and say, wow, that's what I did.
Now, is this the event that I'm taking the score?
Yeah.
Now, for halftime, how long is halftime? About 5 minutes. So, are you willing to do a halftime one-on-one? I mean, since you say you can beat me, I'm just asking.
Hey, I don't got a problem.
I'm just asking. I mean, it's going to be a lot of people there, and I think this would be a great time for me to show him, lace up my gym shoes and show him that, like he just mentioned, there's some women out there that are better ball players than men. And here, so you guys come on out, support. Again, that's awesome because, a lot of crime for the most part, I guess, happening in weird hours, with teen because, everybody's at home and for the most part, the parents are asleep and the kids are able to sneak out. So that's really cool that you're providing a midnight tournament for the kids, for girls and boys. So I'm excited about that. So is there any other sport that you involve the kids in, or is it just specifically basketball?
Well, like I said, with the softball event, kids is welcome to play in that. During the winter, we sit down now to come up with something for them to do for us, but football.
That's nice.
So for the kids who love football, We Can Sports Organization, my bro Stan and Dre coming up with something now, so they have flag football during the winter for them. So it's going to be something for them to do all year round with the kids.
So, do you have a facility that you bring these kids together, or how does that look? How do kids, if someone wants to be involved in anything that you got going on, how could they reach you?
The good thing about it now is the way it's going. We setting up different churches has getting involved.
Oh wow!
To have basketball courts on the inside, to open their doors for the kids. If you live, say in the 3rd district, they have a church over there that's willing to let you come play ball.
Wow.
Not just ball, but to work out, teach you how to do boxing.
Wow.
Teach you how to do a lot of things that you're not able to do. So every district, from the 2nd, the 3rd, the 6th, and 7th, have facilities that they will be opening up for the kids to go to.
I definitely like to be a part of that. I have so much stuff that I do and so many certifications under my belt. I went to college, CSI, Computer Systems Operation. I also worked in a computer store. So I put computers together. Anything computer related I can do. I think I can put a computer together with my eyes closed. And I really, really enjoy doing that. I taught computer classes for adults and kids. And in this generation, I laugh because my mother and my grandmother, anytime they need something pulled up on their phone, they call me like, hey, how you do this? Hey, how you do that? So I would definitely like to do something like that. Because you even got seniors. Officer King works with the seniors, her and Officer Clark. They work with the seniors over there in 9th District. And just to see some of those seniors being able to come outside and just sit around and, it's so therapeutic because remember, we was just in an epidemic where we were pretty much confined inside the house. So to be able to get out, even with the kids, it's awesome. So I'm so happy to be able to connect with you, Larry, and do some of these things that you got going on, and me getting involved and just, spreading my wings, On the flip side of that, like he mentioned, there's a softball game on the 7th that I'm happy that he allowed me to be a part of, and he's got food vendors, the jumpy things for the kids. I mean, it's something, bouncy house. It's something for everybody to do. Seniors, kids, girls, guys, everybody. It's going to be a great time. Community, like you said, I just talked to the other officer. She said she got about 27 officers to come together. And this is so crucial because a lot of times, at least with some of the kids that I'm used to talking to, they are intimidated by the cops. They don't trust the policemen and things of that sort. And I get it because of the communities we live in. On the news, they pretty much show us, the bad cops, and you just see so much, and it's to a point to where who can you trust. So the fact that these officers are taking time out of their schedules to come and interact with the youth and the community, hopefully this will change the narrative and at least allow the kids, even in their communities, to get to know the cops that are working in their communities. And so that is so cool, so cool. So, Larry, do you have children that are involved in your program?
Little children, like I say, I welcome all kids from kindergarten all the way to college, really.
So I would like to, I would assume that after so long you dealing with these kids, you develop a relationship with them. I mean, they trust you. So how does the mentoring part work? Because I'm sure that you have kids that come in that, that are mischievous, if I should say. So how do you handle the kids that are, because, in basketball, this is pretty much all the kids in our community got basketball and football. And some of them are hard heads, some of them want to fight. So how do you compose the kids that come in, on 10, as they say?
Well, I just thank God because the kids I deal with, half of them, once they know me, some of them they saw me around, so I don't have that problem like people would think the problem is the kids are hard here, they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
They be happy to be able to have the opportunity to play the game that they love, and somebody giving them an opportunity to get showcased, and for them to, when they see their pictures that my photo lady Chrissy take, they be so happy. When they see the videologist, he sent me the clip, I say, hey, well, it's on YouTube, you can see it. They be just happy because they never got that opportunity to showcase themselves or get that exposure. But by the grace of God, now they can get that exposure. People can know who they really are, and it's a good thing because when the kids get that exposure, it really put them out to let them know they're not these bad kids and everything in that nature.
So, I came to one of your events, and halftime, the cops had this real big old remote control car, and they had a lot of little other remote control cars, and they were racing with the kids. Now, who's in charge of that?
All right. One thing I found out when I talked to Sergeant Dixon, Sergeant Wilson, every district do something different.
Okay.
So in District 7, they have the little race cars
Okay.
where they go around all year round.
Wow.
And teach the kids how to play with the race cars indoor and out. So yeah, every district, I just found out myself, do something different. So that's what District 7 do. They had the race cars to show the kids how to use a car to race with.
That was so cool.
Indoor and outdoors. So
Okay. So you said every district. I gotta find out from Officer King what her district. What District 9 do. Wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
And those kids are so engaged. And again, Larry, I thank you for your time, for coming on. I commend you for the things that you're doing. You're a Black African American man that's trying to make a difference abroad, not just in your neighborhood, but abroad with kids from all over. Kudos, and your programs are free. So again, guys, if you want to get in touch with Larry, his Facebook is Larry Daniels on Facebook. And myself, my organization is Heavenly Cynt Youth, and you can find me on Facebook. And last but not least, I want to give my shout outs and thanks. First of all, I want to thank God for being the head of my life. I thank my family, my mother, my aunt, my grandmother, my support system for helping me stay sane. My 13-year-old son, who is just blossoming into his teenage years. I thank Officer King for helping me live my vision through these kids and all these resources that she's connecting me with. I'm now thankful for Larry with the resources that he has and the things that he's doing for the kids. It's imperative to connect with the right people. When you connect with the right people, you'll just see your life take off. And again, thank CAN TV for allowing me this platform. So until then, we'll see you guys next week with Heavenly Cynt people.